To the Trap House. It's your favorite cousin's favorite cousin, L. Y'all know I'm here to do this week's Trapstrology and energetic read of the week. I'm fresh off some meditation and Reiki with my Patreon tribe. We do that every Sunday. Meditation, Reiki, Black Church, energy read for the day, setting us off great for the energy of the week. So make sure that you check out the link in my bio so that you can get that along with so many more benefits of that subscription. We are 6 days away from the first lunar eclipse of the year. It will be a Libra full moon lunar eclipse on March 25th. We're not here to talk about that, but you can already feel the effects of that. I will have a complete different recording for that here on this page, so you will be able to check that out. It will also be available on my podcast. For now, we're going to talk about what we can expect for the energy of this week with the astrological movements. Keep in mind that let's say that you lack a placement in your chart. For instance, I don't have any Libra in my chart. So whenever the moon is in Libra, I do my best to absorb the energy of Venus. I do my best to move like a Libra would move, dress like a Libra would dress. Just, get into that confidence and that beauty and that goddess and that femininity that I usually lack on a day-to-day basis. So because you don't have the energy in your chart, just means that you won't have a surplus of energy or experience where that actual astrological phase is. But when it is going through that transition, you can use it. And because we have a different moon phase almost every day or every couple of days, you get the opportunity to work with that energy or change with that energy weekly. So use it. Today, the moon is in Cancer, but it was void at 4:44 a.m. or at 4:40 a.m. and it went into Cancer at 4:45 a.m. Trine Venus. You may be feeling a little emotional. Like I said, a little slow to start. Didn't really want to start, but take your time today. Get into it how you want to get into it. Sip your tea, mind your business, reflect internally, figure out what's going on with you. Why do you think how you think? Why do you have the people around you that you have around you? What do you want to do in the future? All of that. Because the moon is in Cancer and it's trine Venus, people may be in their feelings. Allow them to stay in their feelings. You stay in your feelings. You figure it out, and do your own internal reflections. Tomorrow, the moon will also be in Cancer. It will be square Mercury. This would be good for you to tune into the matters of your own heart using your human design and your internal guidance systems to figure out if you're even responding or initiating or knowing how and when to move or commit. Because I know a lot of times we struggle with that, making the right decision with the right job, even with the relationship. Should I go on this date? Some of us struggle on what we gonna eat every day. But if we were to move in our human design all of the time, then we would have the answer almost immediately, or we would at least know our systems and our patterns on how to achieve the best possible result. I do offer human design charts. You can find the link in my bio, wherever you see this, below, description box, up above, Echelon Magic Boutique, and it'll be throw it in the bag and human design analysis. That is just another feather that you can put in your cap and keys to doors that you feel are unlocked. I have been moving in my human design for about 90 days. I've been aware of my human design for 2 or 3 years at this point, but I have been actually activated and moving in it for 90 days. Life is completely different. Life is completely different. That's all I can say. I am free. I'm free again. I'm free again. I'm like, oh, this is what my soul came here to do. So I just wish that same luxury on everyone. We are not all here to do the same thing. We do not all move the same way. We don't all compute information the same way. Some of us lack intuition or that gut space that gives us the intuition that they always say, well, listen to your gut. Some of us don't have it. And we can define that through our human design analysis and move with that. Tuesday, the moon will be void from 1:42 a.m. No, from 1:42 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. And then it will be in Leo and trine the sun. So it'll start out in Leo, and then it will go void, and then it will go back into Leo. And this will be when we are 6 days away from. I misspoke earlier when I said that we're 6 days away today. We're 8 days away from the eclipse. We will be 6 days away from the eclipse on Tuesday. And we need to be getting our ducks in a row, really preparing for the purge energetically, physically, getting rid of people, places, things that don't work for us. Again, that's another part of moving in your human design. When you take the time to understand how your soul, your sacral, your energy is responding to the situation or to the environment or to the person, then you can actually empower yourself to move against that, move with it, what have you. Wednesday, the moon will be in Leo. And no matter what we are dealing with, remember that love will always win. Even if you are being attacked, and I can speak on this because I just got over yet another energetic attack. My Scorpio placements understand what I'm speaking of. I'm a Scorpio stellium in my first house. So I have more than half of my life been energetically attacked. And before I was aware of that, I thought something was wrong with me. Like, I was really trying to figure out, like, what did you do to these people for them not like you? And if you know me, I'm cool on the other side of the pillow. So I wasn't doing anything. Just, it comes with the territory, right? But that's a reason why for a long time I wasn't offering any of my package services. So yoni steam herbs, oils, the money oil, the protection oil, because I was literally in a spiritual war trying to like fight for my fucking life, for my mental capacity, for my energetic capacity. And I did not want to put that shit into the blend, the curation of my herbs or my oils that are literally supposed to help people heal and transmute and transcend. So if you will notice, things just now started being back available on the website like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And that's when I started feeling like myself again. Like 2-3 weeks before that, I was feeling like myself. Then 2-3 weeks when I started releasing those products again, I was like, now I can actually get into the space of it again. So, when you are being energetically attacked, for you to try to move in hate, you're going to attract more of the energy that you don't want. That's why they say love your enemy. That doesn't mean invite your enemy into your house, cook for your enemy, chill with your enemy, smoke with your enemy. That don't mean none of that. That means instead of you emitting hate towards them and you wishing bad things on them, retreat to your Psalms. Because all you're saying is, God bless me. All you doing is taking after David. Oh, I feel forsaken. God, help me up. Oh, I think there's somebody on my neck. God, strike them down and help me up. You know, but if you're moving in the energy of, oh, I want to get them, I hate them, you're going to attract more of that. So Wednesday, the moon will be in Leo. Leo rules the heart. Leo is ruled by the sun and needs no help shining light or feeling heat. So remember that. Even if the other person you feel deserves exactly what's coming to them or what you're trying to do to them, take it to the altar. Take it to the altar. Don't start me today on this Sunday. Okay. Thursday, the moon will also be in Leo. Set aside time and space for your God center. We literally have a God center here in our heart, our chesticle space. That is where we are most connected to the divine light, the divine consciousness. God, goddess energy comes through our heart. So connect with however you connect with the Most High, whether that's through walking, meditation, praying, speaking, planting, dancing, whatever. Friday, the moon will be in Virgo. And we will literally be able to feel the shift of a new era amongst us. We can probably feel it right now. You just can't put your finger on it. You're like, what is it? What's about to change? Everything. Everything is about to change. And we can feel it now as it penetrates the universe. Then Saturday, the moon will be in Virgo, and we will be 2 days away from the first lunar eclipse of the year. So pay attention. Pay attention now. You really should have been paying attention a couple of weeks ago when we had a Pisces new moon, because that was showing you how the rest of your year was going to go. You really should have been paying attention in January when Pluto moved into Aquarius, because that was showing you how the rest of your life is going to go if you do not make these certain necessary changes within and without. So let's see what the energy of the week is. I previously pulled these cards. The first energy that came out was the root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well in the physical world. I believe that we had the root chakra last week. I think it was discovery or renewal on Patreon. The Reiki card was discovery in the root chakra, because in order for us to find security or to be safe, we have to root ourselves in ourselves. We have to root ourselves in our faith and in our consciousness and whatever it is that is our belief. Because the world is ever changing. That's why what they say, hold to God's unchanging hand. That's facts. And that's why you got to have your own relationship with the Most High for you to even know what you're holding on to. And that's why sometimes the Most High God and Goddess will strip you down to the exact of nothing. Just how your parents would have took everything out your room. You've been fucking up. I'm taking everything out your room. I'm going to put you on punishment. I'm going to shut it all down. No TV, no phone, no conversation, no going outside, none of that. Because I need you to understand that I'm the one that's helping you do this. That I'm the one that helped you see this. That I'm the one that gave you the gift. That I'm the one that gave you the physical and the spiritual gifts. So until you can respect that, or it could be the other side of that. You ain't even been understanding that you are the consciousness and the God of your life. Therefore, you've not been moving like one. You've been stooping to the level of people or energies that are not deserving, moving against your consciousness, sinning against yourself. What does it mean to sin? To forget that you are God, to miss the mark and forget that you are God. So you've been forgetting that you are attached to the highest God and consciousness of the world. Therefore, you've not been moving in it. So then the highest God consciousness of the world stops it all and says, you know what? To hell with all that. Let's rectify that. And I'm going to slow you down so much that when it does start again, you're going to know that it was the God in you connected to the God of the universe that made this happen. It wasn't your rituals. It wasn't your readings. It wasn't your friends. It wasn't your lover. It was the God in you connected to the God of the universe that allowed all of these things to happen. But sometimes you have to reroot yourself. I think it's Psalm 1:1. I will be rooted like a tree near the water. Therefore, I will never be non-prosperous, and I will not be moved by the wicked ways of this world. That's deeper than some words. That's real. Because the world is going to pick us up and twist us around. And again, especially with where we are with the fall of the elite, the fall of celebrities, the fall of the world. We are watching it. That's why this is the revelation. This is the last days, but it's not the last days like, oh, we're all going to die and we're going to get crushed by some rocks. It's the last of the days that we have been used to. Now things are getting ready to change. It's the return of the divine feminine. It's the return of the true consciousness. It's the return of the enlightened beings being here and being in control of the world. And if you've been here on some bullshit, then you have to fall away. You have to go away. And that means our beliefs have to change. This card says the frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. Beliefs are things that we tell ourselves repetitiously until they become true. So sometimes we have to reroot ourselves so that we can restructure our belief systems. If you've ever been on any type of spiritual awakening or spiritual re-encompassing, that's all that is. You are rerouting yourself in what you came here to be, not what your parents gave you. The root chakra is your ancestral chakra. So now even what your ancestors came here for you to be, but for what you came here to do with the power of them, with the consciousness of them, with the understanding of them, but also being rerouted in your own beliefs. Because sometimes the belief that you have been brought up in is the exact reason why you have the relationship that you have, is the exact reason why the relationship to money or abundance or prosperity or thinking that you deserve certain things, it comes from what you were previously rooted in. So this week, as we gear towards this first eclipse of the year, we will be overturning our soil so that we can reroot ourselves in new soil and re-gear our beliefs towards something that is a lot more uplifting and prosperous for us. I'm using my Golden Girls tarot deck today. If you know, you know. I love Golden Girls. I have Golden Girls Monopoly. I have Golden Girls everything. And I am one of those people that's like, and I've been a Golden Girl fan since I was like 5 years old. This ain't no new thing. Okay. All right. 10 of Swords. See, there's been some betrayals because of our own beliefs and what we've been previously been rooted in. Because again, if you've been previously rooted in believing that dishonesty or believing that being betrayed or believing that you don't deserve greater things, then that's why you've been tolerating lesser things. It's the awareness that you deserve greater things that you will begin to move differently. You see, she got them 10 swords in Stanley's head. Married to him 38 years. 37 in the motherfuckers he was cheating and lying and doing her wrong and barely bringing home money and all that other stuff. When she finally realized that she deserved more, even though he's the one who served her with divorce papers, when she finally deserved or realized that she deserved more, that's when her life began to change and she was able to go off into the world and become more. So instead of trying to pretend like everything's okay and that if you just turn a blind eye to whatever is happening, that it's going to go away, you need to reroot yourself. And sometimes that will take you having to uproot yourself. 4 of Wands. because there is a celebration that is trying to happen for someone. The universe, ancestors, your deity system is trying to tell you to just keep going. Um, it was never supposed to be easy all of the time. And I think I've mentioned that before, how law of attraction, um, when you don't study it in all of its layers, can mislead you in the beginning to believing that you will, once you understand the vibration of the universe and once you tune into the highest frequency of the universe, that you will never have a bad day, that you will never have a bad experience again. And that is not true. It is just learning how to forge ahead into the next celebration, because life itself is a celebration. You woke up today, you're breathing, you're getting an opportunity to try again. So life in itself is a celebration. But ask yourself, do you have what it takes to weather the storm until the sun shines again? Because that's where your work is paying off. The Hierophant. Some of us are going to get an opportunity this week to work with maybe somebody who we've been waiting to work with. Seeing that all of the hard work has finally paid off. Someone may be retiring or moving a position that's then going to open up the position for you to sit in. They've been looking at you for quite some time, especially if you've been doing some things behind the scenes, like in the arts, to assist you with this. It definitely may pay off this week. But you got to keep on pushing. And the moon's in Leo like 3 days this week, right? Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Leo. Use the strength of a Leo. Use the strength of a lion to keep forging ahead. You have the strength of a lion to keep forging ahead. Use Tuesday through Thursday to get in touch with what it is that you know you deserve and you desire. The fifth house is ruled by Leo, so go check that out, what your fifth house placement is. Then go see what your Leo placement is, because that is where you are meant to shine. But you often may bump your head before you shine there, or you may shine while you're bumping your head. But either way, you still have what it takes to get past that, okay? And this week is going to show you that. This week is going to show you that if you keep going, your knight in shining armor is coming. The universe, not maybe a physical person, but the universal knight in shining armor is there. The things you've been waiting on, the seeds you've been planting are finally starting to sprout. The universe is giving you a big yes, but you have to be loyal enough to keep going. Understand that we all play the fool sometimes too. All of us be trying to be, pressed against, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look stupid. If you've been, I don't know how long you maybe have been on my YouTube. I think I've only been pushing videos out for the last 30 days. We are growing as a community. It's a beautiful thing. But I was so nervous. I've been so nervous for years to finally do it, because I didn't want to look stupid. I didn't feel like my camera was right. I didn't feel like my lighting was right. I just didn't know. I just didn't know. But I had to push myself, because we're all going to look stupid sometimes. We're all going to make a mistake sometimes. I'm a manifesting generator as well. 1-3 profile type. So I have to be okay with making mistakes. I have to be okay with the trial and error process of it, because my trial and error will help other people avoid having to make that error, at least, because I can help them, because I'm here to help. So I don't know, if you feel like you've been holding yourself back because you're afraid of looking crazy, you're going to look crazy anyway. Do it anyway. What they tell Rose was they was like, you're going to think you're a psychopath. And then Sophia was like, they already think she's a psychopath. This is going to confirm it. The world already thinks you crazy. Pluto and Aquarius, Aquarian placements, you're only going to stay ahead if you allow yourself to be a little crazy and off. That's how you get ahead. She got that full moon behind her. Because by the full moon, in 6 days, 8 days, I don't know why I keep messing the numbers up, life is all going to be a little different. Let's see what these little chaotic cards have to say about what may be brewing for the week. I got this deck a couple of weeks ago, and the way that it just reads, every one of my clients, if you want to book a reading, the link is in my bio or in my description box. That is the only way to book a reading with me. Don't get bamboozled. Don't get bamboozled. I don't know why this card keeps coming up. It came up yesterday in the collective energy. It came up today in the collective energy for Patreon. I think it's because we're in Eclipse Alley. We're in Eclipse Alley. Full moons already neutralize energy. Eclipses do that times 10. They take that energy and burn it up. Even if it is a lunar eclipse, it neutralizes it. So there is a neutralization of bad karma that's happening this weekend, or this week rather. And it may take strength, because even as bad things are falling away, you can be tired. You can feel depleted from that because it's been something that you've trusted in for so long, or you've connected to it for so long. So if that is the case, make sure that you are taking time for rest and retreat. Somebody who maybe has been trying to put negative energy on you, they need to be worried about getting them bank accounts together. They don't even have a pot to piss in, or they soon will not have a pot to piss in. That's also why I don't know if I mentioned that on this recording or if that was with Patreon, but that's why trying to move in any lesser energy than your God energy is futile. You are the highest energy. God is energy. If a queen knew she was being attacked, is she gonna hike up her robe, hype up her cape and her dress with her heels and run down the throne to run up on her quote enemy? No, she's gonna say, guards, off with her head. Get rid of them. Off with their head. That's what's gonna happen. So instead of stepping out of your God energy to try to meet somebody where they are with their horrible shit, remember that misery loves company. By now you should know. Let them. Their bills ain't even done. Their bills are not even on time. They're bankrupt or soon will be. Okay? Rejected. They're being rejected. Maybe they're mad that you rejected them somehow. January 20th, again, Pluto moved into Aquarius. Aquarius is activating the change in all of the friendships. Aquarius rules friendships. 11th house is ruled by Aquarius. Groups, friends, organization, networks. All of that has been under a huge surplus of energy and change. So maybe you rejected somebody, and that's because you began the neutralization of the bad karma. I get it. You are the one who decided that you wanted to let go of whatever that karmic tie is that you had to them. Maybe you realized that you had some karmic friends or karmic connections, and you finally realized that, oh shit, that's what it is. It's karmic. I need to let go of it. If I don't let go of it, then I'm going to keep repeating these same cycles. They're mad that you rejected them. So they've been trying to keep the cycle of bad karma going, which is having them probably energetically bankrupt, which is going to lead to them being physically bankrupt if they don't watch out, because they ain't shit. They ain't never been shit. You finally realizing that they ain't shit. Carless, no car, repo, or car issues. Again, because when you're playing an ugly game with the Most High or the spirits or the people who are protected, I said a couple of weeks ago, we ain't all favored. So people who are favored by certain energies and spiritual connections of this universe, you try to play with them, you ain't shit. In the way you're going to end up with nothing. The way they're going to end up with nothing is true. Some of y'all may be leaning towards taking a not so clean offer, dirty offer. You may be feeling like, because you could be the bankrupt one. You could be feeling like you don't have no money. You could have been the one participating in the bullshit and the bad karma, rejecting, you're not shit, and now you're the one who is trying to grab for dirt just to survive, just to get through. Even if you haven't necessarily been moving wrong, do not be desperate. When you're desperate, that's how you end up accepting less than clean offers. Be unfazed. Maybe you need to go to the altar. That's why that just came out. Instead of worrying, you need to go to the altar. Take it to the altar. Whatever altar. Money altar, self-love altar, inner child altar, ancestor altar, deity altar. However you get back to self so that you can be unfazed. Retreat to self so that you can be unfazed. The final energy, marrying for money. Because see, we've been talking about this on the high society tea. There are a lot of people who are so desperate that they're accepting bad karma. I mean, even Dorothy was desperate. She was desperate because she was young and pregnant. She was a teenager that was pregnant. So she felt like she had to get married. So she got married, and she was in a horrible situation for 38 years because she was desperate. She accepted some dirty offers. She didn't necessarily marry for money, but she married for stability, which led to her still being broke and broken. So what's happening now as we are shifting back into the divine feminine, divine goddess age is all of that low down, dirty, again, if that nigga can't give me a bomb pop from the stove, then I'm not going to, whatever, that y'all know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to go there because I don't want to turn my page into that. But the energy is shifting. The collective energy is shifting. And the goddess is returning. The woman with respect is returning. So a lot of that, like even the luxury lifestyle, you're going to see a lot of that go away. People may still be living it, but people are looking for a more relatable connection. And the whole luxury lifestyle, or I scam to get the luxury lifestyle as opposed to doing what I need to do to get the luxury lifestyle, it's going away. It's falling away, and it's falling away with a vengeance. Let's see what our final energies are for the collective. Spirit, thank you so much for doing this and being here with me, protecting me and covering me and aligning me with the correct energy. Personal transformation, baby. We are undergoing personal transformations. Many of us can already feel that. I'm going to read from these cards. I always like to read from my Ganesha deck. We are finding a sense of belonging. The circles we belong to, the vibration that we actually belong to, a sense of achievement is coming from that. Because now we have these new awarenesses in the final energies. We are nurturing ourselves. We are being nurtured by the universe. Where's my book? Because we need it. Okay. Personal transformation is number 35. So the number 8 can be significant for someone. We are in an 8 year. 8 is the number of Saturn. So again, things are different and more intense with every moon phase and eclipse that we have this year, because Pluto has not been in Aquarius in 200 and something years, and Saturn has not been in Pisces in 30 something years. So for all of these things that are already monumental to be in position, while these big heavy hitting planets are also in their positions, it's all going to be more monumental than it usually is. Okay, the first one is personal transformation. Your soul is assisting you with creating changes to align with your life's purpose. You may have been feeling a strong desire to obtain and experience again a sense of meaning, inspiration, or purpose in your life. This is likely a time which you are making some significant adjustments in your life. These adjustments are helping you in the process of changing yourself from the old to the new you, and you will soon benefit from a fresh perspective on life. You are in a great place now for honoring the person who you truly are or want to be, rather than simply following a routine that has little meaning for you. This is a profound spiritual journey that you are experiencing, which brings greater meaning and purpose into your life. This will renew your energy. Come on, Spirit. No longer fitting into outdated realities, who we were, the pain of what we used to be. The only reason why I'm your friend is because I was a fucked up person, or I had a fucked up connection, or my mama was a fucked up, that's why I ended up being cool with you. No. Or that's why I came to this job. This is why I do this type of work, because I never was told that I was greater, better, smarter than this type of work. Anyway, achievement is the next energy. No, belonging was the first energy, which is 41 and 42. So things are ascending. 41 is the next card. The next card after that is 42. So things are ascending. Things are going in the right direction. Learn to find security within. Come on, Spirit. Belonging seeks to solve the predicament of the ego's own perceived separation. Since the ego has no conscious memory of its connection to others and source, you experience a need to get out of seclusion by bonding with the people around you. These people can be your family, peers, groups, or your community. The ego is neither good or bad, but simply a necessary part of you in this existence. The ego can manifest inclinations that are either more positive or negative in nature. There are many positive aspects to belonging. You develop your ability to love, connect, bond, share, and care for others. You see yourself more clearly through the mirror of relationship. It is important in belonging that you try not to seek approval through others. Like I've been saying, it's all shifting. You're no longer going to seek the validation of what someone else says is good for you or good enough for you or you've had enough. A lot of people don't even want you to have more than what you already have. They feel like you have enough. They don't want you to have more. You are now realizing, oh, I deserve it all. I deserve to return back to the throne because I rerouted myself in some better soil. I understand that even my ancestors meant for me to be great. So I have changed my belief system. I have changed what I believe in. And now I am moving in my Christ consciousness, in my highest consciousness, in my rebirthed consciousness of understanding that I deserve it all. That is my sense of belonging. 42, achievement, which is the next one. You are surrounded by abundance, prosperity, luxury, quality, prestige, sophistication, value, and elegance. The search for material success seldom brings with it achievement of spiritual goals. Ganesha wishes you to realize that by actively developing your spirituality and consciously working with the divine, you will experience positive flow on effects in all areas of your existence. When you stay connected to your spiritual nature, you have a more serene mind. Develop an accepting perception of yourself. This attitude will help your heart open to spiritual matters. A high level of self mastery, coupled with high ethical practice, will increase the likelihood of enjoying material success. What? Because when you know who you are and whose you are, and you know that you deserve everything that you desire, and a lot of things that you desire, you only desire them because you have already energetically connected with them, or your higher self has already seen you with them, then you improve your vibration. You believe you deserve it, and therefore it can be your direct outcome. Surrounded by abundance, prosperity, luxury, quality, prestige, sophistication, value, and excellence. But not when you chase those things. When you chase those material things, when you lose yourself for the material thing, then you will never be able to attain what the Most High, or what your frequency connected to the Most High was supposed to attain. Instead, pray for discernment like that nigga King Solomon. Okay, and then the final energy is 38. Nurturing yourselves. Focusing on creating a calm and balanced life for yourself. Ganesha asks you to maintain a compassionate, nurturing, realistic, and down-to-earth attitude when it comes to collaborating with others in your present conditions. You can benefit from being more resourceful and practical. This is a time of slowing down and bidding your time and resources. Deal with any issues as they arise. Brainstorm practical and easy solutions that will fix the problem with minimal drama. Be careful of giving too much, without regard for your own needs. If you have been feeling exhausted or have been being prone to illness, you are invited to stop doing so much for others and do much more for yourself at this time. Do not seek empowerment by doing for others from a place of needing acknowledgement. Empower yourself by nurturing yourself, and then from a healthy place, help others. Come on, Spirit. We give gratitude. I want to just cleanse the energy of the week. Give gratitude to all of you for coming and sharing sacred space and energy with me. Gratitude to the Most High God and Goddess and my ancestors for being with me and walking with me and my gifts. If you would like to book a session with me, you already know where you can find that information. Wherever you go, make sure that you take you with you. I'll talk to y'all next week. Holla back.